Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm sorry I'm late. I'll explain. How's everyone doing this fine, fantastic Friday evening? I'm Jake Johnson, and this is the last show of Untethered Live for the year. We'll get started on a new show at the beginning of the year. You know how that works. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's everywhere. Everybody's playing that joke. But this is the last show of the year. Of the year. Relax. So, why am I late? Man, that's hot coffee. I can barely drink it. Why am I late? Well, I was there making me a cup of coffee, minding my own business. And then out of nowhere came this strange man talking about a horse. So I had to go talk to a man about a horse. But here I am, back and ready to rock and roll. And there's a stink bug on my wall. Pardon me. Go stink somewhere else, bug. So, I had, what kind of horse? A long brown one. Come on, baby. Jump to the end of the thought process. It's one of those last minute things, you know. When you're old, you can't necessarily trust the wind. So you have to make other arrangements at times. Sometimes when you're just getting ready to go live. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I hope not. Anyway, here I am. 7 minutes late. Didn't take that long. Interesting conversation about a horse. The other way. Shut up, phone. Gotta turn my phone off. I am so unprepared today. It feels like the end of the year or something. Like the last show. MBTV's putting out a video. Go check him out after this one. Caucasian 2. Hi, Julie. Hi, Fab Daddy. Hi, April. Hi, Kevin. Good to see everyone. It's the end of the year. We made it. We made it through this travesty that we call a country a whole year. We only got to make it a couple more, and we'll be home free to try something different. Larry Mercer, Happy New Year. Hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you, sir. Welcome to the show. A little out of breath. Fab Daddy, no, you're so sweet, says Julie. You guys ought to get married. Hi, Margie. Welcome to the show. Happy early New Year, everyone. I grew a mustache for the event. Hope you like it. It's gray. I can't do black anymore for some reason. This all happened at once, by the way. Like I went to show one show, I had black hair, and the next show, I had salt and pepper hair, and the next show, I had white hair. You go figure. I don't know how it happened. Just, I turned old. Never marrying again, Jake. Me neither. Never say never. Besides, you ain't got to get married, but you could get together and practice. That's what I'm interested in. Oh, April says, hi, beautiful Julie. Good to see you, love. Join the club, Jake. Well, I'm not getting married again, but I am going to practice a little. Practicing's good for you. Practice makes perfect. Julie is suspiciously quiet. Them things are tough. I hit that thing with a shoe, and it's back. Same spot. Oh, you meant getting gray. Oh. No, I'm just saying it happened so fast. Like I didn't see it coming. Like I had beautiful black hair, not dyed. You've seen the pictures. And then all of a sudden, poof, I'm old. I don't even know where it came from. It's like that movie, you know, where the guy sees something scary and his hair turns white. That's what it was like. Happy New Year, Aunt Deb. I have a card with a little something in it for you. On the way. Oh, I'm jealous. I don't get cards with a little something in them. I do get cards that say they have a little something in them. You can pause and read that for yourself. It's beautiful, though. I'm just teasing you, honey. I want to be single. Well, you are. I suppose. I don't know. You talk single. Julie knows how to flirt. Well, that's good. Flirting is a good skill to have. Happy New Year to you, too, Margie. Good to see you. And yes, I am calling you by the name that you've given because that's what I'm supposed to do. Who's it? It's not my choice to decide what to call you. Fab Daddy. Yeah, well, you make it easy. Oh, he must be a good-looking feller, huh? With a name like Fab Daddy, he must be. Man, that coffee's hot. Burning my little lips. It's good, though. Good for the spirit. Speaking of spirit, after New Year's, we're going to have us a Sunday night get-together. Julie called me easy. She did. I'd be offended by that if I were you. Just kidding. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day and a fantastic year, and I hope everything's going your way. I am Jake. You are one handsome feller. I believe you. I believe you. April says, Larry, how have you been, and how was everybody's Christmas? Well, mine was fantastic. I slept the whole thing. But Christmas Eve, I went over to my sister's house. Had dinner. It was good. Good dinner. I have standards, says Fab Daddy. I don't. My only standard is warm. You know, a pulse would be good. Larry says, I've been great and I've had a great Christmas. You said that, not me, Fab Daddy. Uh-oh. Still kicking, huh? Made of rubber. Still kicking. Nothing can break a good man down. Welcome back. Been a while. Actually, we're doing quite well. We are now on 11 different platforms. So go check us out. Check it out on Rumble, Spotify, iTunes, what else? Amazon Prime, Google Podcasts, Apple Music, all the big places. Go check it out. It's there. Just type in Untethered Live and you'll find us. Also, we're on Twitter, so go tweet me. And Getter, that's the redneck Twitter. Just so you know, we're on both of them. Which is better, Marvel or DC? That's easy, DC. DC has Batman. Batman's the best. MTV. Welcome to the show, my friend. Last show of the year. Good evening, everybody. P.S. Jake, dang YouTube did not notify me of this one. Usually I get them all. Maybe me. I hope it was you. I hope they ain't skimming me on the notifications. That would suck. But I'm glad you made it anyway. I'm glad you remembered it was Friday. I love Marvel, Captain America, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Thor. Woohoo! I don't like any of those. I think they're overprocessed nonsense. I miss real movies. Fab Daddy, I knew a guy called Hollywood once. He sure was fine. Now I think Margie's flirting. Better watch out, Fab Daddy. April says, good to see you, MVTV. MVTV returns. April. April, are you afraid that she doesn't realize that you know who she is? I have about 1,000 late 90s comics working steady at this time. Or working steady at that time. Cool. I used to have a suitcase when I was about 14. I was maybe 13. A suitcase full of comic books in good condition. And at that time, I was trying to be a man. I was getting a job. I was working, you know. So I took all my kitty stuff and threw it away in a dumpster. Well, in that suitcase was a first edition of Green Lantern. There was a copy. I don't know if it was a first edition, but it was the Superman that he's picking up the orange car, you know, the famous one, the one that sold for like $2 million. I had one of those. A first edition Spider-Man. There was some haunted house in there that you don't get to find very much. There was some X-Men stuff, real early X-Men stuff, and a few other things. And I didn't know anything about it. I just thought they were comic books, you know. I had no idea that eventually somebody would be selling them or want them, you know. I probably could have been a millionaire, or whoever found that suitcase was probably a millionaire. But it wasn't me. Instead, I went to work as a roofer. I think I traded down. Fab Daddy says, my only Montana friend. Nice. I don't care what you like somebody asked, I answered. LOL, huh? I don't think you are responding to what I was responding to. Julie says, Marvel's the best. Woohoo, bravo. Marvel has better movie currently. I disagree. I haven't seen anything Marvel's done that was worth a damn. Of course, I haven't seen the last 5 ones. So I tapped out at Winter Soldier. I couldn't take it anymore. So anything that went beyond that, I haven't seen. So obviously, my disagreement doesn't mean a lot. That's right, April. Speaking like Tony Stark. Yeah, Batman for DC, the only one from it. You need to look a little deeper. There's some really good characters in DC. There's some really stupid ones, too. It's going to get better. It's a pendulum. Well, I hope so. My problem isn't the movies, it's the amount of CG. That's the problem. I'm so sick of being inundated by fake garbage. I miss the days of real movies made in camera with real explosions and real stuntmen and real props and real puppets. I hate CG. I think it's the worst thing that ever happened to the movie industry. I liked DC as a kid. I started liking Marvel because of X-Men. I still like DC, just not quite as much. I agree. I started liking X-Men when I was a kid, too. They were pretty awesome. Same, Julie. Got a bunch of comic book nerds in here. I had no idea. We could have been doing this the whole time. Ha, love Jake. I know you love me. I love you, too. Jake is wrong. Jake is never, ever wrong. Ever. I thought I was wrong one time, but I was mistaken. So get that out of your head. Star Wars or Star Trek? That's easy. Star Trek. All day long. Yeah, you got 5 against 1, Jake, LOL. I'll take those odds. Squint, please. Bring it on. Jake likes Star Trek. Yes, I do. I think it's way more witty and way better written. I do like Star Wars, don't get me wrong. I'm just not a fan of fantasy. I tried to be, it just doesn't work for me. My intellect gets in the way. I start asking questions like, so do those ships have gas? Is there a fuel source? And if so, how come the little one can go further than the big one? Things like that. Or like, if that's hologram technology, do they have an exact copy of the room the other guy's standing in? Because you see him sitting on tables and you see him walking around and another guy appears out of nowhere. How does that technology work exactly? Are we copying the image? Is it only the image so far away from the transmitter? Is there a transmitter? Because you never see one. And how come it shows what the other guy wants to see or needs to see, but not when he doesn't? I don't like hologram technology. Things like that bother me. Great minds think alike, April. Yes, they do. That's what Jake's like, space movies. I don't necessarily like space movies. I like certain space movies. There's some pretty rough ones. Sure do, ha. Star Wars, says Larry. Larry, I need to turn you on to some Captain Kirk. Fab Daddy says, I shared this feed with my friend Andrew. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Andrew. Is he here? If he's here, I'll sing him happy birthday. I grew up with Star Trek, watching them as first broadcasts, so Star Wars was impressive, but it didn't have the same impact. I agree, and so did I. Thank you, MVTV. Somebody's got my back. I like the older Star Wars, but they all have something different about it. Yeah. Julie says, probably Star Wars, but I lose interest partway through nearly every movie. It's because they suck. It's because there's nothing substantial being written. The last 3 movies were horrible. They should have never been made. They made a mockery out of everything Star Wars tried to be. The middle 3, the prequel movies, they were just overly CGI'd, but they were good stories because they were made by the same guy. The first 3 were excellent. They were groundbreaking. They changed everything. They revamped the entire movie industry. That's never happened again. Yet they've tried every time. Doesn't work. And now we got a bunch of 12-year-old tweens writing these Star Wars movies that weren't even alive when Star Wars came out and don't even understand the concept of why people like it. Trying to write these new movies, and they're terrible. And I'm honest enough to say that they're terrible, even as a fan. Most people won't dare say anything bad about Star Wars because it's Star Wars. Star Wars sucks, ladies and gentlemen. It's not good. I defy you to go watch it again. Maybe the first time it was dazzling. Maybe you got blown away by the CG and the effects and the noise. Go watch it again and pay attention. And you tell me if the last one doesn't seem like a series of TikTok videos. Or if the first one of the last three made absolutely everything that the last 6 movies made, they did the opposite. It's horrible. Right on, MVTV. Same, Julie. I love the movies. I love the movie Explorers. Explorers was a good space movie. I like that one. I enjoy both Star Wars and a little better. Huh? Oh, I enjoy both, but Star Wars was a little better. I can see why that would be a taste thing. You know, there's different kinds of people that like different kinds of things. I'm fine with that. If you like that better, that's your business. You can't discredit one because the other one you liked better. The last 3 movies, you can discredit the hell out of those because they were horrible. Imagination is the key to genius. No, it's not. I hate to break it to you. I am a genius. And I can tell you that it was nothing that I did. I've got the papers to prove it. I'm working with an IQ that would make you sick to your stomach if you heard it. And I'm not going to repeat it because it's embarrassing. But I will tell you this. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. It's nothing I did. I will also tell you this. I'm a genius in things that don't matter. I'm not a genius in anything that will help me or benefit me, like math or physics. That I didn't get that. I got genius and general bullshit. You want to know how to build a pyramid? I'm your man. You want to know how to fix a 200-year-old sewing machine with plastic parts and a couple of washers? I'm your guy. You want to think outside the box and come up with something nobody's ever thought of? I'm that guy. You want to solve world hunger or make a completion to a math equation? I'm not that guy. Happy birthday, Andrew. Andrew doesn't do YouTube. He hasn't found chat yet. Well, if he finds it, I'll wish him a happy birthday in style. But thank you for sharing, and everybody please share. That's how we get out there. That's how we change the world. Or, become visible. Lots of good movies out there, but in this category, the instant winner is Aliens. Hey, I agree. Oh yeah, SpongeBob. Everyone, don't forget to hit that like button and smash it hard like it owes you money. It owes me money. Thank you, April. Are you predicting what I'm going to say next? I need reminding. Yes, SpongeBob said it too, Jake. So, ugh. Said what? Oh, the key to imagination, key to genius is imagination? Maybe. I'll give you that one. Can you fart on command? No, sir. And if you caught the beginning of this episode, you would know that would lead to getting into trouble. I cannot. I don't recommend it if you're over 50, especially. Can't always trust the wind, my friend. I want DCS and database assimilation by 8:30. Aha. That's a what's his name? Lloyd Bridges' dad. Maybe it was Lloyd Bridges. Weapons, stripes, and drop ship weapons strip and drop ship prep details in 7 hours. Move it, people. I don't think that was aliens. Fab Daddy, my brother can. Aha. Your brother can what? LOL. Your brother is weird. Oh, he can fart on command? That is weird. I was in the middle of a glacier park when aliens came out, and a group of us made a journey over to Kalispell to watch an opening night. First one good, too. Rest are trash. Well, there are varying degrees of trash, I'll give you that. The first two were excellent, but they were different things. The first one was a horror movie, straight up. The second one was an action movie, straight up. The third one was a prison movie, straight up. And then it got weird. Basketball movie. Don't know why. What is a queef? That's a front fart for a female. Come on, man. It's funny. I love it. Makes me laugh. I'm so easily amused. That you are. I once had April convinced that chocolate milk came from brown cows. And she believed it for almost a year. Like she would argue with people about it. It's hilarious. And a few other things that we won't mention. But that was a good one. Bob Seger has always been against the wind. It's probably a good place to be. Probably a lot less smelly. I met a woman that queefed on command. Really? That's horrible. I've always felt about that word like I feel about the C word. It's not necessary. I don't like it. I know it happens. I excuse it when it happens. I don't want to talk about it. The hell it wasn't, aliens. Challenge me on this to your peril. I didn't challenge you. I agreed with you. What are you talking about? Two joints brought in New York cost $50. Two joints bought in New York cost $50. Really? Well, I bought 2 pills today for $20. They were kratom, if you know what that is. It's a herbal supplement. And they work. You said about that quote, I don't think it was aliens. That quote, about 8:30, that's a spoof movie. That's Lloyd Bridges said that. 8:30 is not a military number. That's a clock number. It's a joke. And I forget which movie it was. It might have been Hot Shots. It might have been that submarine spoof movie, the one that spoofs McHale's Navy. I can't remember. But Lloyd Bridges said something to the effect of, we'll meet you, 8:30. No, it's not. We used it in hospitals, too. I know exactly the quote. Oh, show me. I will make a video and prove it to you. But then I will expect roses. What time is 8:30? I'll give you a hint. Oh, 8:30 is 8:30? Then how come 1 o'clock is 1300? that standard medical military time used today. It may be. I don't know enough about it. I'm just telling you the joke is in a spoof movie, and I'll find it and show it to you. He may have said it in Aliens, but I stand by my conviction. It's in a spoof movie also. Right, so people don't mistake AM and PM. I understand that. Starts at 0600 and goes up. Or whatever. I can't remember. Been a while. And I never liked 24-hour military time anyway. But I'm pretty sure you don't say 0830. What time is 1? It is Hot Shots. Okay. All right. So I knew it was a spoof movie that said that. I just couldn't remember which one. And he may very well be spoofing Aliens. I'm not disputing that because I don't know. It's been years since I've seen Aliens. But I'm pretty sure you don't say 0830. Because that was the joke. He's looking at his watch. He said, I'll meet you at 0830. Or whatever he said. It might have been 7:30 or 6:30 or whatever it was. But yeah, 1300 is 1 o'clock, right? Then it goes up. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 would be 8 o'clock. Yes, you do. No, the joke was waking up a half hour after the operation started. Okay. 0830 works. It might. I don't know. I'm not a military guy. I'm just arguing for the sake of arguing. It's just content, folks. Don't get excited. Honestly, I really don't care. But it is funny to watch MVTV get riled up. AM or PM? I don't know. I thought 1300 was 1 o'clock. And I don't know what AM is. Fab knows. 0830 is 8:30 a.m. It may be. I can't argue that because I don't know. Both. It's aliens. Hot button outside, dude. No, I'm cool. Just funning. That's cool to me, too. I love to get in arguments. It's actually one of my favorite pastimes. There's just not very many people that like to argue. It is Jake. I'm sure it is. Not maybe, it is. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying I don't know. But I'm also saying that that very phrase that you used is in a spoof movie. So we're both right. And I will find the spoof movie now that you've made it a thing, and I'll show you that says it. Just look up military time. I was forced to learn that. So now it's your turn. Well, because you said so, I will. But not right now. Because I'm kind of in the middle of something. But I will look it up. I'll find out. Because now I'm curious. I just gave you the link to the exact scene. Okay, I'll check that out too. Which one? The spoof movie or the aliens scene that you were referring to? Hot Shots, put that crab in there. Who put that crab in there? I picked the wrong day to quit drinking. It might have been airplane too. It was the same guy. Same guy. Crabs work in pairs, you know. I did not know. I've never had crabs. Leslie Nielsen? Nope, not him, the other guy. I think it's Lloyd Bridges. It's either Lloyd Bridges or Lloyd Bridges' dad. But I might have him confused with somebody else. Kirk Douglas or something. But I think it's Lloyd Bridges. The guy's always talking about quitting something. Looks like I picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue. Keep in mind, it's been 20 years since I've seen any of these movies. So I'm just referring on memory. Could be anybody. All those lines might have been said by the main guy. I can't remember. Different actor. Well, if it ain't Lloyd Bridges, it looks like him. Big eyes, big ears, titanium. Got this in Vietnam. There you go. He did that in Airplane, but he played an admiral in Hot Shots. But it's the same guy in both movies, right? I really like to have him do comedy. Yeah, I bet he's hilarious. I bet he's dead now, but if he ain't, he's close to it. Your button-up shirt is spiffy. You like that? I got that for my birthday. Yes, he's the dad of Jeff and Bo. That's right. So that's why I was thinking somebody's daddy. Because I think Bo Bridges was in one of those spoofs. Might be wrong about that. Cubs Blackhawks. New to this. What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to the show. You're an old pro now. Congratulations. Hit that like button and come on and be part of the group. Correct. Same guy. Like Leslie Nielsen, subtly doing comedy was such a shock. It really worked. Yeah, because he was a straight-laced fella for a long time. He was trying to be a leading man in Hollywood. And he did all these serious movies. And then all of a sudden, here he comes doing these ridiculous comedies. And he was great at it because he played it like it was serious. But it was not. I just want to let you both know I'm counting on you. And don't ever call me Shirley. Very nice. Movie hot button. Arguments or discussion? I like argument better. It's fun. Hi, Cub Blackhawks. Welcome, says April. And this is, in case you didn't know, the last Untethered live show of the year. We'll be back on the 1st, as usual. I ain't going anywhere. It's just another year. And this is what we do. On Wednesday and Friday, we do this, or something similar, or something better, or something worse. Sometimes I play guitar. Sometimes I sing. But on Sunday and Monday, we do Bible study, and that's it. You might be interested in that. You might not be. Either way, come check it out. Andrew left a comment. Needs to find a live chat. Does he have an iPhone? Because I've got another friend who can't seem to get on chat who has an iPhone. She comes when it's live, but the chat never shows up for her. I'm wondering if it's a thing. Save your voice, Jack. I am saving it. You can hear it's stressed today, so I'm not going to do any singing today. I will ask. Ask away. I'm an open book for you and everyone. Montana says, I dismiss actors, kids following in parents' footsteps, but man, lots of good ones this last few generations. I agree. I have iPhone, but you can see the chat. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but apparently there's some people that cannot get the chat. And I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it for them. Jeff Daniels, Robert Downey Jr., Tom Hanks's boy. I did know his name, and I can't remember it now. Colin Hanks, I think that's it. Josh Brolin. Jeff Bridges. What's the girl that played in Kill Bill? Her and Ethan Hawke had a kid together, and she's an actor now. What is her name? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Not Cameron Diaz. No, played in Kill Bill. Uma Thurman. That's it. Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke had a kid, and she's an actor now. And I think her last name is Hawke. I'm not sure. But she's good. I've seen her in a couple movies. Clint Eastwood's kid's an actor now. He's actually got 3 kids who are actors, but one that's popular. Gwyneth Paltrow, except for the beauty insanity. Goldie Hawn. I don't think Goldie Hawn or Cameron Diaz are children of famous people. Goldie Hawn might be. Her mom, I think, was famous. She's on Stranger Things. Who, Uma Thurman's daughter? I didn't know that. Who does she play? Is she that weird kid, the 11 or whatever? I've never seen Stranger Things, but I've seen things about Stranger Things. Just watch Glass Onion. Don't give away anything because I haven't seen it yet. I got it, though. Is it good? That's what I want to know. What's Pretty Little Baby? Let's call her Uma. Yeah, that's a weird name. Uma Thurman. I like Daniel Craig. Do you? I like him in everything except for James Bond. And he did one James Bond movie that was fairly decent, but most of it was very pessimistic and very not James Bond. That came out, one of them came out just after the Ghostbusters remake came out. And it was part of a subvert your expectations thing they were doing in Hollywood. It was terrible. You're a misogynistic dinosaur, Bond. You don't even fit in this world anymore. That's what we like about him. That's the reason he got famous. The hell's the matter with you? You can't change that element of James Bond, or it's not James Bond anymore. Yes, it did, Fab Daddy. The last James Bond did suck. Julie loves Stranger Things. I've not yet watched it. I will give it a shot one day, though. The girl that worked at the Mayo. Okay, I'll check it out. Uma can be a tough name, especially if your middle name is Loompa. Uma Loompa. Extra points for that obscure reference. Oh, I got it. You got the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory #2 down pat. He's not only a Uma Loompa, but he's an Uma Loompa. I agree, Fab Daddy, says April. Uma is closer to Oma. I know an Oma. I don't. I know an opa, which is a Dutch name for grandpa. I think Fab Daddy means Goldie Hawn's daughter, Kate Hudson. Yeah, she's pretty too. Kate is hot. She was hot. I don't know what she looks like now. I hadn't seen her in a while. That's another one. Who the hell names their kid Whoopi? Nobody, because apparently that's not a real name. Sorry, not Mayo. I meant mall. Typo. Gotcha. All right, she works at the mall. Still hot. Watch Glass Onion. I will. I got it on my computer right now. I just hadn't had time to watch it. I watched Bullet Train last night, and that's fantastic. Anybody gets a chance to watch that, please do. It's a Brad Pitt movie, and it is wonderful. It's a very good, very well-told story. Very Tarantino-esque in a certain way. But in another way, it's kind of Ocean's 11. But in another way, it's a Japanese movie. So you'll love it. Check it out. That's Bullet Train. Kate Hudson is Goldie Hawn's daughter? Yes. Did not know that. Kurt Russell can do no evil. Great guy. I like Bullet Train. Good deal. Glad you saw it. Yep, Bullet Train was good, says MVTV. You saw it too, even out there in Montana? Wow. Maybe I'm behind the pale here. Aloha, folks. Aloha, Total Blackout Painting. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show. It's a nickname because she farted a lot backstage. Oh, they said she sounded like a whoopee cushion. That's entirely possible. Hey, Total Blackout Painting. Geez, whoopee cushion. I can't type. I got you. Julie is a farting dictionary. I knew she was special. Lovely. Too much rich food. I agree. The simple trick is to don't eat it all. Which I do on a regular basis. It's good for you. How you think I keep this girlish figure? I heard her say it. Well, I'm sure she's right. I knew it was a nickname. I didn't know where it came from. But if you heard her say it, I agree with you. I try very hard these days not to listen to Whoopi Goldberg because she's a moron. She didn't used to be, though. She used to be funny as hell. I missed that one. I did like her in younger years. Now, I turn off all actors that get mouthy on politics, etc. No more De Niro for me. I know. I hated that. Because I liked Robert De Niro, and he just made me hate him instantly. Hello there, Total Blackout. Good to see you. I meant farting encyclopedia, not dictionary. Not only does she have the definition, but she can tell you where it came from. Got it. Yep, she said some ignorant stuff. She sure has. But I think she's paid to. I kind of don't trust any of that. Now she looks like she may explode at any moment. Encyclopedias are pre-Google. Yes, they are. I still have, or did have, I burned them. I used to have, up until very recently, a group of encyclopedias. The set. Very old set. Nobody wanted them, so I burned them. I've already read them all several times. Ugh, so many celebrities open their mouths up and just ruin their movies for me. I agree. Or Will Smith. I don't know what that guy's thinking. Britannica? No, it was older than Britannica. I don't remember what the name of it was. It was a very old set of encyclopedias. The View is totally paid propaganda. I agree. I like George Carlin. I liked him too. Ron Perlman? I think he's opened his mouth a couple times too. World Book. I don't really know. News Now, Carolina. Well, if it ain't Mr. Married Man, good to see you, my buddy. Welcome to the show. It's been so long. You don't call, you don't write, you don't send invitations. I'm not bitter, though. I totally understand. Quite a demotion, but I understand. We had World Book encyclopedias when I was a kid. I seem to remember seeing those. Take Al Pacino, for example. Ooh-ah. He vanishes in between projects and would watch him buy groceries. World Book made encyclopedias? Probably so. Yep, Perlman on the top 10 list, too. Forgot about that, Screwface. When does Jake have a panel? You asked that already. Asked and answered. Hello, News Now, Carolina. How are you? Good to see you, says April. I will do a panel next year, I promise. And I'll invite you on it. But you have to show up, not somebody pretending to be you that'll just porn bomb me. Not going to have that. Not going to play that game. I am not scared of panel. I just don't want it ruining my YouTube channel. I do very well in panel. If you've ever caught me on Caucasian Sasquatch's channel, then you know I give him a run for his money. I'm very good with people. It's what I do for a living. I'm not scared of it. I just don't do it on this channel because of the Bible thing, and I'm trying not to send mixed messages. However, I will do it for you. And I think that we need to expand a little. So I think it's a good idea. I just have to work out how I'm going to do it, that's all. I never saw you on Caucasian Sasquatch. Well, I'm there like once a month. You should go check it out. I'm actually on his intro. When you go, when his show comes on, my face is on his intro. How did you miss that? We sort of get a panel when that hooded stranger peeks in the window behind you, but we can never hear what he says. That hooded stranger is escaping from my basement. I see you on chat. I've been on chat, but I've been in his panel too. I don't always go on panel, but I do quite often. Usually it's the after show thing. But we have done shows. I'm the guy that asked the very inappropriate question to the transgender woman that was on there one time that ran her off. That was me. And I thought it was a poignant question. You'll have to go watch it to find out what I said, though. Can't repeat it here. Is Caucasian here? I don't think he's here today. I haven't seen him yet. Matter of fact, I think he might be on his own show right now. I think Caucasian is doing himself a disservice by showing so many other stuff versus his own personality, which is the draw. But I'm an insufferable arse. Well, you're an arse with an opinion, and you're entitled to it, and some would agree with you. But he's my cousin, so I support whatever he does. I keep missing the Caucasian Sasquatch streams. People keep coming to my place to hang out, so I can't tune in. I hear you, brother. He was live? I thought so. Seemed like I saw him pop up before I went live. What? He's your cousin? It's a small world, isn't it? It's almost like the whole thing is rigged. We're all related. Joe Rogan's my brother-in-law. I'm related to Jamie Johnson. Can't you see the resemblance? But you live in different states, right? Yeah. I have other cousins nearby, too, who live in different states than the both of us. One of them is a moderator on this channel. They're the Illuminati. Me and Jim Carrey came up with that one. I know you're related to me. Through Kevin Bacon. I was going to say Noah, but Kevin Bacon works. Here's the little known secret about that. That 6 degrees works for everything. Doesn't just work for Kevin Bacon. Do a bottleneck test. It's a mathematical equation that says you start out with 2 people, and based on mating rituals and birth rates, pregnancy times and food, how many people you have in how many years. And you'll find out that in 6,000 years, you'll have about 7 billion people. It's probably more recent than Noah. I would imagine so, yeah. I would imagine so. Somebody knew somebody in the woodshed. That's where I came from. My last name is Johnson. Does that tell you anything? And I'm from Georgia. My aunt did a genealogy one time, and she got back to the 1800s to a guy named Shoemaker Joe Monroe. And you can look him up. He's on the internet somewhere under I Am Sparrow. Shoemaker Joe. Look, just type those 2 things in. You'll come up with my genealogy, and you'll find out where I'm from. But that guy was as black as an ace of spades or a Puerto Rican one. I don't know which. But he was related to me. We're all related through Genghis Khan. Not all of us. It's 23%. Something like that. Not everybody's related to Genghis Khan, but a lot of people are. A lot of it's mostly Asian countries, African countries. But a lot of those people are related through him because he just about took over the whole world, which was over there at the time. I don't know if the Irish or the Scottish or anything like that, or the Native Americans had anything to do with Genghis Khan. And that's where my stock comes from, Irish and Native American. I'm almost half Native American. You can't tell it by my white hair, but it is true. It's either Genghis Khan or Screaming Jay Hawkins. Aha. I don't know who that guy is, but I like his style. Julie is my sister, is she? I never would have guessed that. Sister from another mother. A sister from another mister. Got it. That's weird. So she's your half sister? My sister's a sister from another mister, too. Same mama, different daddy. I always thought if Jesus wanted a good idea of what being a modern human was like, he would not have memory or knowledge of that, and maybe a neighbor. A lot of people are kin to con men. Really? Are you calling me a con man? Wow, that cut deep. My brothers come from other mothers. I hear you. Bit of a detour off topic, but, well, it's entirely possible. Melchizedek was a type of Jesus. Joshua was a type of Jesus. Even when he came before John the Baptist, he called him in the spirit of Elisha. So Elisha was a type of Jesus. Adam was a type of Jesus. So it could be said that he's been here several times, and he may be here now in some form or some spirit. I don't know, but that's a good thought. Something I would like to mull over a little. I have a half-brother out there somewhere I've never met. Margie just says, bah, I am no con man, Margie. Everything I say is true. Unless I'm lying. I'm not related to Fab, but I've known him since high school. Oh, well, that makes you sisters. I don't think I've known anybody since high school. I've known people in high school, but I don't know where they're at. Kevin Bacon would disagree. All I can tell you is this. Let my words and my actions speak for themselves. Folks related to con ... Con! My Shatner moment. I not only have cousins in here, but I have other relatives in here as well. Who apparently think I'm a juke driver. I just found one of my best friends from elementary school a few years ago. We still talk pretty regularly. That's awesome. There's a couple of people I'd like to catch up from high school that I remember being good friends with, but I have no idea where they are. Caucasian Sasquatch is really your cousin? Yes. Cool. Total blackout painting. That also stands for the Pirate Bay. Only backwards. It vaguely reminds me of the Pirate Bay. It's nothing like the Pirate Bay. If you don't know what that is, you're too old. Either that or you just haven't seen very many good movies. I found you when you were a panelist on Caucasian Show. See, I told you I'd been on this panel. Thank you, MPTV. I wish I was that useful. You are that useful. You are a fantastic guest on my show, and you provide plenty of wonderful content for me to react to, which is fantastic. You are that useful. How many shirts today? I haven't worked this week. I'm off until Tuesday or Wednesday. Don't know exactly when. So, What I'm saying is I'm broke. That's a good time to mention that. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you get notifications of when I'm going to be online. Smash that like button. It's right in front of you. It takes no effort at all, and it really does help the channel with the algorithms, and it helps us get recommended to other people. Share this video with somebody you love. Better yet, share it with somebody you don't love. Bring them into the family. Make them part of the fold. Be part of their solutions, not part of their problems. Hey, leave comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking about. Question me, curse me, bless me, challenge me, confront me, conform with me, drink my Kool-Aid. Make your own Kool-Aid. As long as you're thinking critical, that's what I want. And if you dig what I'm doing and you can see yourself supporting a channel like this, you can do that. You can support my work by going to paypal.me/jakejohnsonband. Or if you're a CashApp user, you can go to $JakeJohnsonBand. Every little bit helps. It's a win-win. It's a blessing for me. It's a blessing for you too, because God notices these things. And now, I will finish this video by answering all your questions and comments. Montego Bay is pretty cool too. Oh yeah. Then react to this. Oh, you can't see that. Never mind. What did you do for your time off? Sleep, mostly. Did you uncompress? I hope you did. I guess I did. I was unconscious for a lot of it, so I guess that was uncompressing. Decompressing. However you want to say it. Even though I haven't been working, I still had 3 podcasts to do, so. Or 4, actually. Stress kills. I know, my hair's turning white. Do you see this? Never stress. I try not to. I've asked for forgiveness for everything I've ever been ashamed of, so I'm not ashamed of anything. I've laid down everything I've never been able to solve or fix, so I'm not guilty about anything. My sister has one of those inversion tables, so I decompressed there. I'd love to have one of those. I've been thinking about that thing for a long time. Maybe one day I'll be able to get one. It's so sticky. I hate it when it's sticky. Why I never. I got the vapors. Inversion is good for the vertebrae. I know it is. Sleep is good. I sleep too much. Absolute quiet helps. But if it's cloudy or cold, I conk out. I hear you. Gravity Saga. Gravity Sogs. I'll check it out. Where'd everybody go? Why is everybody so quiet? MVTV says, I would love an inversion table. Get the gravity reversed for a bit. I agree. I would love to hang from my toes and let everything pop back into place. Sags like my bags. I got it. Gravity sags. You know what else sags? When you reach a certain age, your gonads. You're dragging on the floor behind you. I spend too much time looking at damn phone screens, so my shoulders are kinked. I feel you, brother. My balls. Do your balls hang low? Do they bounce to and fro? Sags? Like my, ladies present. What was the question? You guys are funny. I love each and every one of you. I really do. Thank you so much. You guys. Uh-oh. I hit my button, I think. What I said was, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Never mind, as Jake went there without hesitation. Usually do. I never think, I just speak. Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Not yet, but close. I can sit on them, I know that. Can you sling them over your shoulder like an over-the-shoulder boulder holder? I think only Jamaicans can do that. If I sit on the toilet seat, they dip in the water. Damn. That's rough, brother. I ain't got it quite that bad yet. I'm sure I'm not long for it, though. Like a continual soldier. Like a continental soldier, I. Thank you for that image. You're welcome. My pleasure. Today's episode brought to you by the letter C and your gonads in the water. April, are you still here? Why are you being so quiet, sweetheart? What happened to everybody? Speaker, forever hold your pieces. This is the last show of the year. Thank you for that image. I read that. See, chat's going so slow, I'm reading things twice. That's not your knees that are knocking. She was fixing dinner, lurking in the background. Okay. Everybody's got to eat, I reckon. Happy New Year's, my friends. Happy New Year's back to you. Hopefully 2023 will be better than 2022. I'm not looking for much, just a little better. We shall soon see. Happy New Year's, says Total Blackout. Happy New Year's back at you. 77 years ago, our forefathers brought forth to this nation, well, I started it for you, Jake. Good filler content. I'm holding true my 1194 resolution. I hear you. 1994 resolution. What is your 1994 resolution? I just started a new job, so this year's already looking better. That's fantastic, Total Blackout. Congratulations on the new job. Fourscore and 7 years ago, our forefathers brought on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now, we are engaged in this great civil war, testing whether the nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can endure. Now vote. I'm your man. Happy New Year, everybody. Good night. Well, good night, Margie, and thank you for coming by. Never make another resolution. Is it a job you like? Total Blackout? Do tell. Abe could have used you there. I would have loved it. Good night, Margie, says Fab Daddy. Stick around. Ain't no reason to rush off just yet. You never know what I might say next. I'm going to be doing technical support for GPS units and software for snow plows and municipal vehicles. Only 2 weeks in, but I like it so far. Man, that sounds like a fantastic job. How do you even get a job like that? I look around, all I can find is roofing and stucco. Iron work. I always wondered how people got jobs in buildings with air conditioners. Big hugs to all, says Margie. Well, we love you. Thank you for coming. We'll see you Sunday, yeah? 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, remember that time you were almost done and Elvis dropped by? Lost those who left early. I can deliver pizza and wash dishes. I know, right? I spent a decade and a half doing IT work. That's probably how you do it, I imagine. I got offered a job one time doing IT work, but they took it away from me when they recognized I didn't have a driver's license. It was a good job, too, $60 an hour in 1996 or 7 or 8, somewhere in that area. Cool job, it sounds like. Does that mean you get out in the field? Well, I would imagine he goes to different places, fixing their computers and such. I did one summer of that and made more money driving than work. I hear you. I'm mostly answering phones and doing some basic electronics work. Not much traveling with this job. I hear you. I do have a degree in electronics technology, and I know how to fix Coke machines and things like that. Computers, old computers. But I don't have to work at home, so that's a plus. Amen, brother. I kind of like working at home. I'm a homeboy anyway, so it kind of works for me. But I do miss those days of being out there making the big bucks. I used to build conveyor belts and such and make big money doing that. My old body can't handle it anymore, so I've had to give that work up, but I do miss it. With the government taking my earnings, I like to work under the table. Don't tell the IRS. Well, then don't write it in chat, because they're probably watching. Totally stupid as anyone at the sites could have done it, just switching out freaking monitors and some hard drives in every Stockman bank in Montana. I saw some cool places. Too late. I heard that 87,000 new IRS agents that they hired that are armed to the teeth, I heard that they're going to be going after people like me. So if you got $600 on your CashApp card, they want part of it, and they're going to come get it. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's going to come to that or not, but I really hope it don't. Because that's the only way I can make a living. And if they take that, I'm going to have to figure something else out. Total Blackout Painting says, I worked in a semiconductor fab for a decade before I did IT, and I worked on robots and stuff there. Cool. That sounds like an interesting job also. Nothing to fear. Spend your Cash App. I do. I don't let it sit. I'm not getting a whole lot right now, but it could potentially get that way in the future. Those IRS thug wannabes are going to be hammering you guys in the lower states long before they get up here. Maybe. That may be so. I don't know how they're going to work it, but it sounds like they're going after YouTubers because YouTubers are making good money without the government being involved, and they don't like that. Although, good YouTubers pay their taxes. They just don't report everything they make, that's all. And they shouldn't. I disagree with that. I don't think that the government has a right to know. I think if you're giving them any money, you're going above and beyond because it's not even constitutional that they take it. It was supposed to only be a temporary thing during wartime, and they just kept doing it. TBP knows PPE. He must, because I don't. Don't contaminate. Try not to. That's right. YouTubers aren't all controlled like the MSM. That's true, but they will be soon if the government has anything to do with it. They've already got us censoring ourselves like crazy. Which, if you know or were here during the beginning of the internet craze, it was supposed to be the wild, wild west. You're supposed to be able to say anything you want to say, believe what you want to believe. They've made a change to that now. Title 42 and all that stuff. Personal protective equipment. Oh, PPE. I got you. Masks. I don't wear masks. I don't do nonsense things. Yep, lots of PPE and laminator airflow. It's an OSHA requirement. Oh, I know that. I've worked at many jobs. I've been OSHA certified. I've had to wear, excuse me, sky tethers hooked to your back. I've had to wear masks. I've had to wear hard hats. I've had to wear full hazmat suits, respirators. I've been on jobs where you could walk around a corner and get cut in half by a stream of leaking pipe, pushing out superheated steam that you can't see or smell or hear. That's those jobs are dangerous jobs. Government is at all-out war on citizens anyway. They or whomever is behind them, I wouldn't count on anything these days. I agree with you. Same, Jake. I got an OSHA 10 card. I used to have one. Mine's expired now. I wear a mask when I'm painting. I wore a full bunny suit when I was in the fab. Ooh. Well, look. I have nothing against masks. There are times and places that you need to wear a mask, especially if contamination is a problem, like walking through a factory. But you're not going to tell me that that paper thing that I can smell through is going to stop an airborne virus. That's my opinion. By the way, masks and the vaccine works 100%. I would never tell you otherwise, YouTube. Go get vaccinated. Laminar, is that positive pressure? I don't know. Lots of ICUs and infectious units use that a lot these days. Bunny suit? Didn't the ears and the poofy tail get in the way? When I see people with masks on, I automatically think they're stupid. OSHA is a joke. Sit through this class so we aren't liable. Pretty much. But they'll find the hell out of you if they walk on the job site and you ain't wearing the things they suggest you should be wearing. And if you ain't properly tagged in and locked in, tagged out and locked out. You know about tag out, lockout, don't you? That's when you're working on pressurized things or electrified things, and you cut a section of it off. You got to tag it and lock it, and then you can work on it knowing that it's off. And then when you're done with it, you got to untag it and unlock it, and you got to record that every time you do it. Laminar airflow is the fabs generally flowing down. Flows down, sorry. Laminar airflow in the labs generally flows down. Gotcha. Yeah, there's lots of lockout tagouts. Yep, me too. 20,000 for improper electrical cord. Oof. We had 6 lockout tags. I think that's what that says. I also had a job one time where I had to turn a key inside of a clock every time I made a round and at certain stations so that they could keep track of my movements through the night. That's when I worked as a security guard. That was interesting. That's old school technology. That's like punching a time clock. But it was a leather bag round and had a clock in it, and then a keyhole at the bottom, and I had the key. So every time I walked this way, I'd have to, when I get somewhere, and walk over there, and walk over there, you know, so that they could look back and make sure I made my rounds properly. It's kind of weird. 6 locked hasps, I mean. Gotcha. I did some commercial painting towards the end, and man, construction sites seem so damn complex. How does anyone know what to do? Rhetorical, but find it amazing. Yeah. That's because everybody's in there doing their thing at the same time. Very, very little overlap. But OSHA was not there the day it rained, and my employer tried to make me weld. I wouldn't weld in the rain either. Sweet crap. I refused to work. My co-workers appreciated my defiance. I bet they did, especially if you were being forced to work in the rain around electronics or electricity. High voltage, what kind of welding were you doing? Well, we've reached the top of the hour. I'm going to go die now. Much love, everyone. Losing my signal. What, are you going through a tunnel? Is it getting... I can't hear you. We're losing you. Is it that kind of thing? I love you guys. Thank you so much for being fantastic tonight. Happy New Year. I hope you have a fantastic one. I hope you celebrate. Everybody gets drunk tomorrow. I hope you have a great time. I'm going to. Right there in my bed, sleeping. Anyway, I love you. Watch the ball drop. Let's have a better year next year. And I'll see you Sunday. Have a great night. Thank you all for being such great conversationalists and having such a good time with me. And I can't wait until the next time we get together. So let me leave you with some very, very important wisdom.